Welcome to Robot House. I tried to find a clever Wonder Woman quote, but I couldn't. She doesn't have a lot of quotable lines, unfortunately.
I know I don't remember any, which I felt really bad for because I really like this movie.
And I forget the theme song is that you can't. It's not you can't fight what you can't see. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, I just
Oh,
remember that the noise that's in it is apparently an electric cello, which I didn't even know existed, which is really cool. It's a really
oh yeah.
cool, like, looking instrument too.
I would imagine that. Yeah, that does sound cool.
Yeah, I saw it on Tumblr. Somebody posted a video, so there's got to be a video of it on YouTube. It's pretty sweet.
Well, I mean, I've seen an electric fiddle once, so I guess there would be a cello. Well, you learn something new every day.
There you go. My tidbit for you.
So, it's me and Debbie today.
Hello.
Frequent guest. You may remember her from Star Wars, a few Star Wars episodes here and there. I think one or two more things.
I think I did Captain America: Civil War with you guys.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's
I
good to
remember
be
'cause I
back.
took
Thanks for
care of
having me.
this. Oh, anytime. It's I know our schedules are hard to sync up.
I'm sorry I forgot the last time.
No, it's fine. I forgot too. Mark texted me. He's like, "Are you still doing that thing?" I'm like, "Huh?"
Okay, yes, it wasn't just me. Yay. We're both irresponsible.
Yes. I'm a terrible showrunner.
But we're here now, and that's all that
Yes.
matters.
And since you've been gone, we've gone up to 10 viewers on our YouTube channel.
Alright!
So
10, yes.
a year and a half at this and 10 people. We're going strong.
It's amazing. I'm
Yes.
so impressed.
So let's do initial thoughts first.
Okay.
I really liked it. I had some issues, but we can get to that later. I think the only thing I want to take my niece to see this, but there's some overt sexual stuff in it that I'm gonna have to explain to her, I guess. Other than that, I really liked it. I think they nailed Wonder Woman as a character.
I agree.
Yeah. It's Chris Pine, yeah. I do get Saturday Night Live was right. I do confuse them.
There's too many Chris's.
I remember Pratt because I watch Parks and Rec, but he's I keep wanting to say Kirk for some reason. It's just easier. He was good in it. I didn't really get the little rip off. Hey, Captain America had a ethnically diverse team of guys, so should Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah. They had just about everybody there, didn't they?
Yeah, I liked them. I didn't think
Oh, yeah,
that
absolutely.
they weren't really necessary.
Yeah, I agree. They were just kind of filler until, like, in between battles.
Yeah. But, I mean, past that, there really wasn't a villain. I guess Ares, yeah.
Oh, I have a lot to say about it.
The least impressive Ares ever.
Right? Oh my god. I was so disappointed.
Like, you could just have him turn into, like, somebody else for the end fight.
Oh god. No, like, oh. But, like, oh yeah, like, I could talk about how horrible this Ares was forever, because I'm a huge Greek mythology fan. I love it.
Yeah.
Actually, as much as I really don't want to admit this, but I've actually written my own screenplay on a Greek myth, and I have an Ares in it, and he's 10 times better than this guy. Like, come on, they couldn't write a better Ares.
Most people our age, the Ares we remember is from Hercules and Xena.
Yes. Oh,
And, I mean, that sets the stage.
right.
Right?
Right.
I know, he's passed.
I know.
But,
Oh my
like, Ares needs to be this big dude with, like, crazy mullet hair and...
He's a warrior. He's a warrior. It's like,
Yeah.
as much as I love David Thewlis and love that he was in this, he is not a god of war.
Yeah, when
he
he
is
turned...
Winston from Harry Potter.
When he turned into his Shovel Knight form at the end there, maybe they could have just cast somebody else.
That's what I kind of hoped for, too. I thought maybe he would, like, morph into something more warrior-like.
Yeah, right?
But,
Because he's
like,
a god, so he can shapeshift.
They just put his head on, like, this warrior body with the helmet. And
It was, yeah.
Like, it just made me laugh.
It was a reverse Captain America because they put Chris Evans' head on a skinny guy's body. I'm like, there's no way this like 60-year-old guy is that ripped. Also, the fight was really bad.
It
Like,
was.
Of all the action scenes in the movie, they're just throwing stuff. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, the end fight is definitely in my list of things that I didn't like.
I think they just didn't know what to do with him because he's the god of war. I'm like, well, he could use giant guns or, anything related to war.
Yeah, that was another thing that bugged me, like being the Greek mythology nerd that I am. He had powers that I was like, hey, he doesn't have those powers.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, no, that's not right. No, this other god has, like, he controlled lightning at one point. No, that's not right. Zeus is the one that controls lightning, everybody. Just so you know, Ares does not control lightning. I just have to put that out there. That bugged me so bad. Okay, Greek mythology nerd
I think they were just trying to make it look impressive. And that's a flaw with the DC movies, is they don't know how to do a big fight scene.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, besides that, though, every other action scene in the movie was on point.
Absolutely.
The Amazons versus the German soldiers was really good.
Oh, that was so awesome. Just incredible.
Yeah. I kind of wish Dr. Poison and... I know that the actor who was the main general from somewhere, it's bothering me, but...
Danny Houston.
Yeah, I've seen him in something. I can't remember.
Oh, he's been in a lot of things.
I kind of wish they were the main villains. It would have humanized it a bit.
Yeah, when I started watching it and they were focusing on him, I kind of had that notion of, okay, he's not going to be the main villain. No. It's kind of too obvious. It's like, yes,
I figured it was Dr. Poison. I figured she's like, I've been playing these guys for months.
It's like, I kind of had a feeling that maybe David Thewlis was going to be, but I was like, no, it'd be really awesome if it were Dr. Poison, and it's just that Ares can transform into whatever, so no one would ever suspect him if he's a woman.
Yeah.
And, like, the mask was part of, like, hiding himself. I thought it was going to be so cool, and it was just such a disappointment. It was just like, ugh.
She was wasted, and I guess she lives.
Oh, yes.
Which, Though, there was another villain, they used Brave and the Bold. I can't remember. She's a baroness or something. She wears like an Iron Man suit. I kind of would have thought they'd use her.
Oh.
I can't remember her name. I'm going to look it up real fast. Let's see. Wonder Woman Rogues. She doesn't have that many, so it shouldn't take very long.
I have a question, though, not being a comic book reader.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dr. Poison one of the villains in the comics?
Yeah, but Dr. Poison was actually a man in his first appearance.
Oh, that's interesting.
Let's see. Yeah, most of her villains, like, let's see, Baroness von Gunther, I think is... Yeah, Paula von Gunther, Ruthless Nazi Spy Master. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Let's see, Dr. Poison should be on here. Yeah, okay. There's Princess Maru. Oh, that's right. She was disguised as a man.
Oh.
A Japanese... most of these don't make sense because comic Wonder Woman debuted in the 40s, so she was a World War II hero. They kind of bumped her back a bit for this movie.
Okay.
So, yeah, the original Dr. Poison disguised her gender via a bulky hooded costume and mask, and she was the leader of a Nazi spy ring. She made something called Reverso, which would cause people to do the opposite of what they are told. I guess it makes them teenagers.
There you go.
Let's see. Now, there's a modern one who's the granddaughter of the original Dr. Poison. She can secrete various toxins and chemicals.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, only two, actually. That's weird. So, I kind of wish she would have been Japanese now. It wouldn't make any sense, though.
Mm.
But she could always train, like, a Japanese girl for a modern version. Ares is here, too. He appeared in 42.
Oh.
He plotted to start World War III. And then, let's see. In New 52, Ares is mostly referred to as War, because Marvel has a character named Ares, though that's never stopped them before. Yeah. And I think in the Justice League, the cartoon, Ares is actually her father.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
At least they imply it heavily, but I prefer that version myself, because...
I kind of like that, because, like, Greek mythology gods are just... I just find them so interesting, and it's really funny, like, they each have, like, several different families, like, with different gods and goddesses, so that's why I kind of liked, like, how that's kind of part of her backstory, that she's just one of the children of... Like, well, I thought, like, I thought that that's what it was going to be, that she
Yeah.
was going to be like part of one of those children and stuff like that, because there's so many of them, so
Yeah.
many different demigods.
Well, her original origin is the clay statue, and
Oh.
it's a gift from Hera, I believe.
Hmm.
But they pretty much ditched that for being the daughter of a god by the 70s, and then she had a twin brother
Oh, neato.
named Jason Prince. I
Jason.
think no one likes that. It really takes away from her a bit, so I don't think he's into modern. Honestly, the first I heard of him was on a podcast a few weeks ago, but yeah, that's how
Oh.
popular he is.
It's not you, is it, Jason?
No. I can't
Damn.
pull off those bracelets. No, yeah, she doesn't. I think they picked the right villain for this movie. I think they just didn't focus on the right parts of him.
They just didn't write him well enough, and the casting just didn't work out.
Mhm.
Like I said, I love David Thewlis, but
Yeah.
I don't look at him and see God of War.
I blame the special effects guy, to be honest, because there's so much more interesting things you can do with the God of War.
It's
Like-
true.
Why can't he just like summon weapons and stuff, and instead of like picking up barrels and things?
Because destruction is more fun, I guess.
Yeah. And the only thing I don't like about Diana's origin in this is that she specifically exists to kill him, and that's just not who she is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, the character in the comics will kill people, but she doesn't like doing it. And she espouses peace. So the fact that she has to kill Ares it bothers me a bit.
Hmm. Well, that was one of the things that kind of cracked me up about her upbringing. It's like she's designed to destroy him. Like that's what
Yeah,
she's all about. But her mother doesn't want her to be trained until the very last possible second. Like
yeah.
it's like I understand she wants to protect her, but it's like honestly, if you have a child,
Well, that's why I thought Ares was going to be her father in the movie, too, because he would not feel if his kid was getting stronger.
that would have been more interesting.
Yeah.
It would have made more sense.
I don't know. Like, there are issues with the script that I don't think the director had a lot of say over.
Yeah.
But she did a very good job with what she had, and there were clearly some rewrites. That awful filter they put over all their movies wasn't in this one. Till the end, at least. But I did like the more gray desolation. Like, a lot of people don't know that World War I was a bloodbath.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There are still parts of Europe that are called no man's land because they're just full of mines and gas wells and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, and rumors of zombie thief bands and stuff still remain.
Yeah, I watched there's a mini-series called what the heck's it called? God damn it. But it surrounds a character who ends up fighting in World War One, and they focus a particular, like there's 5 episodes in it, and the one is focused on him in the trenches
Yeah.
and going through all that. And apparently, like I did research, the author of that book, it's gonna kill me that I can't remember the name of the story. He based a lot of this on him and his perspective, and talked about how awfully violent it was, and
Oh,
how
yeah.
it affected so many soldiers. It's incredible, and a lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah, trench warfare was horrific. And they had to have the trenches because of the gas, which was lighter than air, so it would flood upwards. But the water in the trenches was contaminated. You could get all sorts of nasty diseases.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. But yeah, I think what worked when they did that scene in the No Man's Land thing is she didn't attack anyone going forward. She just used her shield and her bracelets.
Yes.
That's important to the character, I feel, because she eventually did to defend herself when she got there, but she wasn't like lobbing like rocks and stuff at them. She was hoping they'd just retreat.
Yeah, I really like that, because that is very much the opposite of what Ares is. That's one of the things I love about Greek mythology. There's Ares, he's the god of war, and then there's Athena, and she's a goddess of war, but he's for wrong reasons and she's for right.
Yeah.
And
So I think she's also the goddess of the hunt, right?
No, that's Artemis.
Artemis, okay.
Athena's also the goddess of wisdom.
Ah, okay, that's it.
And I think Diana kind of represented that a little bit
I
with
believe
her.
in the comics, Athena and Hera are the patron gods of Themyscira.
Oh, neat.
I'm not 100% sure. That changes every other week. They're not very consistent.
There's so many different versions of all the different myths. Like, it's kind of hard to pinpoint which one is the original one.
Well, DC has trouble with keeping Wonder Woman consistent. She's had a lot of reboots. Which
Shocking.
Yeah. Once she lost her powers and fought with karate.
That sounds kind of awesome.
It wasn't. People were mad.
No.
Like they completely depowered her, which this is during the feminist movement, so you can imagine the people.
Okay.
I don't mind her fighting with karate. I think it makes sense, but there was no reason to take her powers away.
Yeah, I think that happens too much with God movies, like that happened with Thor too, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, with Thor, his whole thing is if he's acting like a jackass, he loses access to his powers, which I think works for him because he's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, he is. That's true.
If we ever get a Hercules movie, it'll be interesting to explore the differences between the two, because Hercules never gets that lesson. So he's kind of this frat boy version of Thor.
Are you talking about like in general, or is there like a DC version of him?
Well, there's a DC version of Hercules, but there's a Marvel version too.
Oh.
The Marvel Hercules is more well known.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think
I didn't know that.
He's a demigod and he's alive in the present day. The DC version, sometimes he's alive in the present day, sometimes he's not. DC doesn't use him as much because Marvel has the more prominent version. But he pops up in Wonder Woman from time to time.
Oh, okay.
I don't think she likes him.
Can't imagine why.
So I think, obviously this is aimed more at women, I think. So, you've seen most of the superhero movies.
Yes,
do you think this model's sustainable? Do you think we'll be able to get more female leads now?
Oh, I hope so. It should, because I don't know what it is with Hollywood and not wanting to put women in a leading role, especially in the superhero world.
Well, I'll let you know a little secret. Most of the people who control superheroes are 9-year-old men.
That's I imagine that's definitely the answer.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what makes them think that it won't drive people to the theaters, because people definitely came to see this.
I was legitimately worried that Captain Underpants was going to beat Wonder Woman in the first weekend.
That does look really cute. I didn't see it though.
And I was just like, oh, it's going to be so sad, because this movie does look good, and they didn't advertise it at all.
No, they didn't. Oh, I read about that. They purposefully pulled the advertising for it because they didn't want it to succeed, because they don't want to keep doing this.
They want to tank the universe.
Yeah.
And I think the beauty of this is you can tank the rest of the universe. This movie did fine on its own. Here's your Iron Man. Start over. No one's going to care if you don't ever reference Batman versus Superman again.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I actually originally wasn't looking forward to this because I've never really been a Wonder Woman fan. And nothing personally against her.
No, it's not your fault. They haven't ever really pushed the character like they should.
Yeah, besides like the television show, but I obviously was not alive during that time.
Most women who are Wonder Woman fans are in their 40s or 50s.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or very, very young. My niece, when she saw Wonder Woman on the Justice League cartoon, she fell in love. Because she played dead, and this dude was holding her. She was all ragdolled. Then she woke up and kicked him in the face. And if you've ever seen a 5-year-old jump 30 feet in the air...
Oh my god, that's awesome.
She was so happy. She's like, she kicked him in the face!
I'm so mad at myself that I never watched that show when I was a kid.
Oh, it's on Netflix now. You can...
I definitely want to. I hear so many good things about it, and people like bring out different clips and are like, "Look how awesome it is!" And it's like, "Wow."
The first season's a little rough, but when you get into the half-hour episodes, it's really good.
Yeah, Totally, I'm gonna totally check that out. But like, I really hope this does bring more female superhero movies. I mean, women are interesting. God damn it, we go through a lot.
Notably,
Not that they don't, but...
this beat Captain Marvel to theaters by about 2 years, and that's Marvel's prominent female superhero.
Yes, I heard Brie Larson's gonna be her.
I don't like that casting choice because she's supposed to be a Navy pilot.
Yeah, I've heard.
You're very tiny, Brie Larson.
I have to admit, it's like I do like Brie Larson as an actress, but yeah, I'm kind of not fond of that either. It's like, heaven forbid we could pick somebody a little bit older.
Well, Carol's supposed to be in her mid-30s, which is old for a superhero, but she's also a bruiser type. Like,
yeah,
her main powers are super strength and energy beams and stuff. So, I don't.
Who would you cast?
I can't think anybody on. She was in she was one of the Starbuck, I think, from what's it called? Battlestar Galactica?
Oh, I don't know. I never watched that.
Let me see if I can find her name real fast. A lot of people. Starbuck. She's the first thing that pops up. She has the right look. Not Starbuck. Okay, it gave me the coffee shop. The actor. Oh. Okay, Katie Sackhoff. That's it.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
She was on Chuck, too, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she has the right build and look. I think their issue is she might be a little older now, and I'm like, who cares?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's such another difficult thing. It's like
she's ripped. It works for me, but like, I don't know. Brie Larson looks like a 15-year-old.
Yes, like, I kind of love her, and it's like, even though I don't think she is the same age as Jennifer Lawrence, that's what I think of them. I think of her being in that category.
Yeah.
Being that young to still be that 17-year-old.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Jennifer Lawrence either.
I like her, but I think she kind of needs to tone it down a bit. Like, maybe.
I guess I made that clear in my Rogue One review when I called the actress that plays Jin Jennifer Lawrence too, or something. But
oh yeah, you did. I think they did kind of dress her up to be another Katniss.
We won't get into that. I'll go on a rant. I hate Rogue One, but I think I'm gonna give her a chance, and that's another one I want to take my niece to. It's hard to find movies that she can go to and have somebody to look up to. She likes Batman and Superman and stuff, but I want her to have, like, I've been buying her like Squirrel Girl comics, and she's not old enough for it yet, but hopefully in a year or two I'll be able to get her the Miss Marvel comics.
Nice.
Yeah. It's nice that she has options now. Like, even 5 years ago, there wasn't anything. Right,
absolutely. You know, the only choices for girls are princesses, but not all girls like this.
She loves princesses, but I want her to have more.
Yeah, there should be more. The princesses in all different shapes and sizes now.
Yeah. She really likes Tiana.
Oh, I
from
love Tiana.
Princess and the Frog.
I love that movie. Not a lot of people.
It's underrated.
It is, yes. I love it. The animation is so beautiful in that. Sorry for getting off topic.
That's fine. I think it's in the purview of this, because DC doesn't have that many prominent women heroes.
No.
Wonder Woman is part of their big three, but most of the Justice League are guys. And not that there aren't women heroes. Off the top of my head, Black Canary, Vixen, who has the power to like take on the traits of animals.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. Let's see, there's Hawk Girl, Stripe Girl. There's a lot of girl suffixes.
Well,
she's Hawk Woman now, to their credit. She's Hawk Woman now.
That's kind of another thing that kind of worries me. It's like, I have no doubt, I think they will make more superhero movies starring women, but they're just going to keep them young and beautiful. And it's like, not that there's anything wrong with that.
I mean, Gal Gadot, actually, she said her name's pronounced Gadot. I gotta double check that. Gal Gadot is fine. She's fit.
Yes.
And she's supposed to be a young woman, so it works for that version of Diana.
Yes, I had no problem with that casting choice. I thought once I looked into her background, I thought she was an excellent choice for that character.
They did a good job disguising her height. She's only like 5'2".
Yeah, right? I read that too. I was like, holy crap. Like, I thought she was so much taller than that.
Yeah, she looks like 6 foot even in the movie. Which, I noticed a lot of clever steps and placements.
I did love, though, that they also focused on other women in the movie. Like, hello, Robin Wright. I love her so much, and there was not enough
Anna is
of her.
actually a major supporting character. I wanted more of her, to be honest.
Yes, absolutely. There was not enough of her for me. I loved her so much in this.
Sadly, she couldn't be in the present because she would have been like 120. But
Yeah.
I would have liked it if they could have somehow finagled an old Etta to be Diana's friend.
Yeah. I did like Etta, too. She was sweet. That plucky comic relief.
Yeah. And she was actually useful. She got them supplies and...
Yes. She wasn't just the girl that just makes...
Well, that's what grandchildren that look exactly like their grandparents are for, so...
Yeah.
What I wasn't expecting, they killed Steve Trevor in a spectacular manner.
I was kind of wondering about that. Is that what happens in the comic? Was it... I kind of felt like it was a little unnecessary for him to die. It's like, I saw it coming. I mean, it was definitely going to be there. But the more afterwards, I thought, it's like, was it really necessary for him to die to make that plan work?
No, he could have probably just threw a grenade or something in there, but he didn't want the gas to go off on the ground and kill anyone.
Yeah.
I guess in the comics, the early comics at least, he's kind of a reverse damsel.
Yes.
He's getting captured and Diana goes in to save him. And then nobody believes him that this woman came in and beat up all the Nazis. So he gets promoted fairly fast and often. But in the modern comics, he's more of her sidekick or equal. It depends on the version. The current version of Steve Trevor is black.
Oh.
And they are dating.
Nice.
But he's her liaison to the UN. He's not a soldier, I don't think.
Okay.
But I think he had to die.
Yeah.
No matter what, he would have died either. She's immortal, he's not, so...
Yeah, that's true. Obviously, it wasn't going to last.
I'm sure they could have cheated something like that medical spa or something, let him live longer, but...
Yeah.
I think they just didn't want to worry about the logistics. And they already pretty much confirmed she's a god, so you can't kill Diana.
Yeah. Yeah, that really wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess killing the one person that kind of espoused her ideals better than anyone else she'd met to that point, that was a good way to push her to keep fighting, I guess.
Yes.
It's called, I don't really agree with it. It's called fridging, where you kill the character's love interest to motivate them.
Yeah.
It's more common the other way around, but I can't see any way they could have had a happy ending for those two.
Yeah, it's like you can definitely tell, like, in Batman vs. Superman, when she gets the photo, obviously, you can obviously tell that she's affected by seeing those people and that she obviously has lost them at that point. So you definitely knew that, like you said, there was no happy ending.
Yeah.
But, it's like, I don't know, I thought it was kind of lame, and it's like, okay, we'll just kill him in this explosion, but he's saving everybody, so it's okay. And I'll give her that speech about love and how important it is. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was a better way to do it, but I can't think of anything, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I probably wouldn't have been able to write anything better with that.
But it's just they're in the constraints of the universe that they're stuck in right now, and if they just treated this as a fresh start where she knows Batman, but not necessarily that Batman, I don't think anyone would have cared.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was mentioning that. I almost didn't really care to see this because when I actually saw Batman vs. Superman, like, I was just, that movie drained me. I felt
it's a very bad movie.
Like, the best way I can sum it up is, like, the quote in Family Guy, someone throw a pie! Like, the whole time I kept thinking that. It's like, this is too serious.
Mm-hmm.
It's too ridiculous. Like, oh, it frustrated me so much. It's like, she was one of the things that I did like about it, but it wasn't enough for me that I wanted to. But then the more that I saw previews for it, and, when the trailers came out, I kind of started getting on board for it, and I was like, you know what, this does look like it's going to be good. And then I was definitely determined to see it.
I was super worried about this, especially when they moved it to World War One. I'm like, oh, this is going to be another slasher fest from Zack Snyder. And they handled it so well.
They did, yes.
And they made sure not to glorify the violence, which I think was important.
Yes, they do.
You see these guys terrified for their lives. That gas scene is horrifying.
Yeah, oh my
where she's running through. And just seeing this desolated town. Oh my goodness.
I really loved her performance.
Mm-hmm.
Gal Gadot was just incredible, and not just for those scenes and like the fight scenes. Like, I liked the little stuff, like when they first get to London and they're walking through the streets and she sees a baby and she's like, "Oh, a baby!" It's like, that's exactly how she should react because
she's never seen a baby before.
Exactly, and I thought it was well. And when she has the ice cream, like, it's like, that's exactly how she should act. It's like, well done.
Have you ever seen the Supergirl gets an ice cream from the Flash gif?
No.
She reacts really similarly. It's the best thing.
I love it. It's things about that I like, little things like that connected that really helped make this movie.
Mm-hmm. I want to say the director's name is Patty Hirsch. No, that can't be right.
Let me see.
Directed Patty Jenkins,
yeah.
I think I was thinking of the kidnapped victim, Patty Hearst, for some reason. No, she also did Monster. She does really good character pieces. And she actually quit. She was going to do Thor 2.
Wow.
She quit. She dropped it because, in her own words, she has to be really good at knowing when a script and the movie aren't going to help her career. Because when a female director fails, it's her fault. But when a male director fails, Zack Snyder, he gets his wife to produce his next 7 movies. And I'm probably being a little harsh on Zack Snyder. I know he just had a loss, but
oh yeah,
I feel like you can still criticize the work, if not the person.
Yes, I think you can. Yes, I will let you.
Mm-hmm. And I think I don't know. I think after Batman Superman flopped, they let Jenkins have way more control than she probably would have in other circumstances.
I agree.
And it really helped the movie.
Absolutely.
Like Suicide Squad, by comparison, was finished before Batman vs. Superman. And Zack Snyder had a lot more say in it, which is why I think it's kind of a mess and all over the place.
Yes.
But, yeah, I think this turned out really good. And I'm glad she's the Iron Man of the DC universe now. I
agree.
The only thing, they never really set up her costume. It's just she looks and sees it there. That's my only problem with that.
Oh, this is a stupid thing to complain about. But I loved how when she's trained on the island, her hair is always tied back. But then when she actually gets to fight, like, on the battlefield and stuff, her hair is down. It's like, no. It's like, that would, it's like, yes, she's a god, but it's like, come on. When I go to work, I have to pull my hair back. Like, come on, it gets in your face.
I think it was more for the cinematic touch there.
It's part of her look, like, but it's like, from a realistic standpoint, it's like, oh, come on.
I kind of wish she was in her civilian outfit more. That was really cute.
Yeah.
Oh, just because she has glasses, she's not the most beautiful person in the world.
Right. Yeah, I like that part too.
Good old Etta.
Oh, yeah, that's a great line.
I'm curious if they'll do another sequel in the past, or if they'll move her forward. The flaw with the ending was where she just jumped out of the building for no reason.
Oh, yeah. Was something supposed to be happening there?
I heard a warning siren, but I'm not familiar with London, but I don't think they just have a warning siren go off.
Like, at first I thought maybe it was still part of Batman vs. Superman, but I was like, no, that exists elsewhere. She's in Paris, and I was a little confused by that.
I think they just didn't have any reason for her to jump out and be super heroic, so they just put a siren.
It's like, oh, there's a distress call. Go!
You could have just had, hey, Wonder Woman, you need to go. She could have picked up the phone and been like, oh, I'll be right there, sir. But that's the worst part. That's the worst part of the movie, if I have to be honest, because it's just they clearly didn't shoot it with the rest of it.
Yeah.
She's like imposed over a green screen, and they're like, "This will be a good poster."
Yeah, I was definitely confused by that. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. It's actually, let's see, it helped push the DCEU past $3 billion at the worldwide box office. So apparently it did very well in China, which
That's awesome.
I'm kind of shocked about. They're very strict about God stuff in Chinese film.
Yes. Yes.
Like, you can't even show skeletons.
Well, yeah, that's true. I was going to say, I know that they always have, I know there's a lot of Marvel fans over there. Because anytime they ever do press, they always go there. And there's always, like, throngs of fans. But, again, this one is dealing with gods. You're right about that.
Yeah. They might have changed it or something, but...
Yeah, maybe, like, translated it differently.
Well, what they did for Thor is, and this is in the Marvel comics, they're not actually gods, they're aliens that people thought were gods.
Ah, okay.
So, they could have slipped that in if they wanted to.
Yeah, maybe they did it that way.
Let's see.
If there are any Chinese fans, let us know.
I imagine there's tons. The thing with Chinese cinema is, it was so restricted for so long, and they only loosened the guidelines in the last, 15 years. And it's kind of backfired on them, because now people want more American stuff in their lives, and they're kind of realizing...
Oh boy, I don't know what they're asking for.
Mm-hmm. Turns out if you show people capitalism, communism doesn't look that great. But that's China's problem. Our problem is that they just keep shoving weird, random shots of China in the movies that don't make any sense. Like Iron Man 3 had a little bit of that. Apparently they shot an extra 20 minutes of footage for China, and it was just like a sneaker commercial.
Really?
With this actor. Oh. It's the weirdest stuff. So yeah, okay. I think we're kind of veering off topic now, but...
Well, it wouldn't be a review if we did.
No, that's true. Show notes? Guidelines? I don't do any of that stuff.
No.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else interesting here. No, the wiki doesn't have much else. Apparently we almost got Joss Whedon's Wonder Woman, which I've heard was not good.
Oh, well, he hasn't been on point for a while.
The thing for Joss is, I believe people get on his case. I believe he's a feminist, but he's an old school feminist. And where Buffy, for its time, was really progressive, he's like a 60-year-old dude now. So his views maybe haven't caught up to what modern feminism is. And you can't just get away with a badass character anymore.
Yeah. So
I'm kind of glad that he went to Avengers, he got his big break, and now I hope it does something. He's apparently rewriting Justice League, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, that's right. And I thought they were already filming that.
Yeah, it's almost done, but they did a lot of reshoots and rewrites. He's actually the director now that Snyder's taken leave of absence.
Yes, I did hear that, which I find kind of interesting.
I don't think Justice League's gonna be good. You can't switch directors this late in production.
Yeah, I agree. Usually when you have that late notice and you have directors, it usually never works out. It didn't work out for The Hobbit.
Yeah. The new Han Solo movie, they got rid of Chris Lord and Phil Miller.
I was just thinking that too. I thought,
Ron Howard of all people.
I know. Oh my God, Ron Howard. Okay, don't get me
wrong. New and exciting, Ron Howard.
It's like, don't get me wrong, Ron Howard is very good, in his...
He's good for a certain type of movie.
But not this
movie. He's shown he can't do spectacle.
Yeah, no, not
Look at the
this.
Grinch.
You know what this reminds me of? Whenever they cast Joel Schumacher, or whenever they hired Joel Schumacher to direct Phantom of the Opera.
Joel Schumacher can do spectacle. They just hired him from the wrong movie.
Yes, like that was just, when I heard that, I was like, oh god, it's not going to be good. and it really wasn't. And now that I've heard that Ron Howard is going to be in this Han Solo movie, I'm not looking forward to it. Yeah. I don't think it's going to turn out very good. With all due respect, Ron Howard, I'm sorry. Not that my opinion really matters to you, but I just don't think this is going to work out.
I was thinking of Arrested Development. I'm like, the studio thought Ron Howard would be really great to replace the directors on this movie. He was not. Like, I get Lucasfilm is very controlling, and I guess Lord and Miller do a lot of improv stuff. I'm like, you have Donald Glover. Like, he's a comedic genius and an improv master. Of course you want him to improv. It's just so weird. I don't know. I'm still not sold on the DC film universe. One good movie.
I think it's going to take a few more decent films, but honestly, I don't see any of those in the horizon. So it's like, I have to admit, I'm a little excited for Aquaman, but only because I love that actor.
I'm curious to see what they do with that, especially now that Snyder seems to be taking a back seat. They have plenty of time to rewrite Aquaman. It hasn't started filming yet.
Yay!
And he seems like a good guy. I want a lighthearted Aquaman. Have you ever seen The Brave and the Bold Aquaman?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, he's amazing. He's like that uncle you have that's really, really fun.
Okay.
And the adults don't like him because he's just a big goof, but you love him.
Yeah.
And it's just like that. We'll have to do an episode someday on Brave and the Bold. But yeah, that's the kind of Aquaman I want. And they usually play him really weird, like, because his name's Arthur and he's a king, so they always play up Camelot mythology.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't need that.
I really honestly don't know too much about Aquaman.
His mythology changes a lot. The only constant is he is the king of Atlantis. He's half human. He can talk to fish, and like all kings, he has a brother who's a jerk.
Mm.
Sometimes he's married. His wife is pretty awesome, Mira. Sometimes he has a son who's a baby or a very young kid most of the time. Sometimes he doesn't have a hand, and they'll give him a cool water hand or a hook, depending on how edgy they want him to be.
Nice. I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. Most of the 90s, he had long hair and a beard and a giant hook hand, and no one took him seriously. So. I feel bad for the character because there's a lot you can do. And the joke, of course, is, all you can do is talk to fish. He's as strong as Superman.
Yeah, the only thing I know about Aquaman are all the Family Guy jokes that they make about him.
Some of those jokes are not good. But I do like the one where he dips under the water and comes back in a suit. Like, Arthur Miller, you just missed Aquaman. We didn't get to say thanks. Don't worry, guys. I think he knows. That one's pretty good. I just, the king stuff, I think they could drop. Like, eventually he'll be king. Having me this prince guy who goes around and just, takes down, eco-terrorists and stuff. That's a big part of him, now, actually. He takes down, whaling boats and things. Because, technically, the oceans are his territory. So, that's something they could do with him. But no, they usually just go, I have to find a sword or something because I'm King Arthur. It's pretty boring. And then, I'm not looking forward to The Flash.
Yeah, I don't really have any interest in him.
He has a man bun. I'm sorry, that's horrible. I just think the TV show did such a good job with Barry Allen that there's no reason not to just bring that actor over to the movies. Grant Gustin.
Wow, so they have that TV show, but they're making a separate movie?
Yeah, and I think that's just going to confuse people. It's not going to confuse people. I mean, people aren't stupid.
That is silly, though.
If I'm going to go see... And the Flash TV show has been pretty consistent about multiple universes and stuff. I don't see why they couldn't just bring most of that cast over. Yeah,
DC's kind of missing an opportunity there.
I think so.
Marvel's doing that. They have a TV show that goes in with the movies.
Well, the problem with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is that it's not allowed to actually directly interact with the movies.
Yeah.
So you get episodes where, this just happened. The Winter Soldier just caused an explosion. But,
Yeah. I will admit I can't get into the show.
I don't like it either.
I liked Peggy Carter, though. I loved that show so much.
Peggy Carter was really good, and it didn't fall into that trap because it was set before any of the movies happened, except the first part of Captain America.
Yes.
So she never had to worry about any of that. It's kind of sad that they didn't get another season.
I know. Bunch of bullcrap.
But she was an Ant-Man, at least.
Yeah. For the beginning part.
Poor Peggy. She kind of did get screwed over there, though.
Like, and she became such a fan favorite. Like, she's, like, all over Tumblr. People were crazy.
Realistically, she had to die at some point. She was, like, at least 97.
True.
At the end there. But
oh, damn it.
There's a lot of ways you can make somebody
Turn her into a god, damn it. There's a way it can happen.
They could have given... There's something called the Infinity Potion. Infinity Serum. And if you take it, you stop aging, and you're essentially immortal.
There you go. Give her that.
And they could have done that for her. But, whatever.
They have to put Steve with a young, hot girl, I guess.
I didn't like her as much as Peggy. I didn't see Winter Soldier, though, so...
I would have liked her a lot more if they didn't write that she was, or they didn't have that she was Peggy's niece.
I would have thought it would have been cool if she was like her mentor.
Yeah, exactly. Like she was kind of like her. What is it called?
She just called her Aunt Peggy because that was.
Yeah, she was that close to her. Yeah, she didn't actually need to be related to her.
Yeah. Oh well.
And we're all just
she's not in the movies anymore. They really can't fit Haley Atwell back in, which is sad, but what are you going to do?
Oh, well.
So I think that's about it. Any final thoughts on Wonder Woman?
I really liked it. It's definitely not perfect. It's got its flaws. I freaking hate Ares. Danny Houston, I thought was misused a bit. And, the wonderful actress that's Dr. Poison, Elena Anaya, I believe is her name. She is also a fantastic actress that was underused. But other than that, I thought it was great, and I really hope this is going to inspire more studios to bring out female superheroes, make good superhero movies again.
Well, like I said, the next big one is Captain Marvel, and I think that's going to do really well.
I think so, too.
Though, Inhumans has quite a few female characters, and it's more of an ensemble film. Or I thought it was until I saw the trailer. Did you see the trailer?
No, I haven't. I thought
it's mostly
so it is
mostly focusing on Black Bolt, but yeah, it's coming out.
Oh, I thought because I heard it was supposed to be a movie, and then I heard it was supposed to be a TV show.
Well, it started as a TV show because it was going to be a companion to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then they're like, we need to make this a movie. And now I think it's debuting after Black Panther. Spider-Man pushed everything back like 5 months.
Curse you, Spider-Man.
It's supposed to be really good though, so I'm kind of happy.
Well, I admit I will see it but only because of Michael Keaton and Robert Downey Jr. I don't care about Spider-Man. I hate Spider-Man. I'm just done with Spider-man. That's what it is.
That's Sony's fault though. He's home now. They're gonna.
Oh, was he lost? Did we really lose him? Because we've seen.
Yes, we did.
Before.
Sam Raimi did what he could, but after that third movie, they completely lost the thread on what Spider-Man is.
Right,
I don't even think Andrew Garfield did that bad of a job. It's just
I don't think so either. Yeah.
The plots in the movie were so stupid.
They were.
Electro is a stalker who falls into a tank of electric eels. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I was really bummed because I really liked the casting of Jamie Foxx for him. And
I thought he was good because in the comics, Electro is a sociopath and he's super arrogant. And he got his powers because he was like this hotshot electrical engineer, and he was going up to save a dude, but only if they paid him an extra like $200.
Okay.
So he saved the guy, and then he got electrocuted, and he got his powers. I mean, they can change that around a little bit, but I like that better than falling into a tank of eels because he was trying to get a lock of Spider-Man's hair.
He was a little obsessed with him.
Yeah. But I think Jamie Foxx already played that role in a movie, didn't he? Or was that, no, he was the guy being stalked, and it was Robert De Niro, wasn't it?
Oh, I honestly don't know.
Maybe that was Wesley Snipes. That movie's like from 20 years ago. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, I think Captain Marvel should be next October.
That sounds right. I'm not
I mean,
positive.
look, there's actually a release list for these things. Marvel.
Well, they change them all the time.
Release list. Well, these are pretty solid. Most of them are shooting now.
Just a side random note. I totally didn't realize. I thought that the Infinity Wars was supposed to be 2 movies. And I only just realized a few weeks ago this one movie now.
Oh, did they merge it again?
It's
It
one
was
movie
supposed
now.
to be-
It's not going to be 2 parts anymore. It's only going to be one. I think, like you said, it was the involvement of Spider-Man kind of switched the schedule around a bit.
Yeah, see, Captain Marvel is 2019. Doesn't have a date, but after Black Panther is Avengers: Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp. That'll take us through 2018. 2019 is Captain Marvel. That's kind of disappointing. And Inhuman should be in there somewhere, but it's not. But they just released a trailer for it, so I think it's coming sooner rather than later.
Mm.
Let's see. Yeah, and then Spider-Man Homecoming sequel is in 2019, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
No Doctor Strange. What the hell?
I think that the only reason there isn't is because he's a big part of Infinity War.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that too. Now that I've seen, somebody released set photos, and there's a lot of him in there, and even Benedict Wong is in there, which I'm really excited about because he's awesome. So
I love Wong.
he's so awesome.
I still love that movie so much. I guess and the Wasp got top billing in the next Ant-Man, so that's good.
That's cool.
So technically, she'll be the first female. She's got to share the title, but she'll be the first female superhero for Marvel.
Woo!
So yay! Well, Black Widow is technically, but
Oh yeah. Oh my God, how did I forget Natasha?
she still hasn't had her own movie.
You're talking about your niece Mike loves Natasha, and that's what she calls her. It's like, Dad, it's Natasha. It's like, I know. It's like, watch what she's gonna do. Okay.
She get mad if you call her something else, because my niece does that to me sometimes. Like, we were watching this Tinkerbell thing, and I'm like, oh, that's Captain Hook. She looked at me, she said, his name is James.
Oh!
Like, I didn't know how to tell her. I'm like, yeah, but eventually his name is James Hook, sweetie.
Like, all right, I'll leave out the spoiler alert. You'll eventually learn.
It's really weird, because I don't think those movies care about Peter Pan at all. But they
No.
really set it up that guy's Captain Hook.
Yeah. That's, you know what, I actually like those Tinkerbell movies, and that one was my favorite because they started involving, like, Peter Pan stuff. But now we're getting really off topic.
Yeah, I think it's time for us.
Stop that there.
Okay, here we go, real fast. March 8th, 2019 is Captain Marvel.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting.
Far
So
away.
I think we're going to wrap it up here, though.
Okay. We're getting to a
let's see.
Tinkerbell conversation. We gotta stop.
Tinkerbell is next week, everybody. The Peter Pan Extended Universe.
I'll have to brush up on all the movies.
It's like 50 of them.
There are! There's so many! I didn't realize there were so many. Oh my God, the Never Beast one makes me cry. If you have to avoid watching that, do it, because you'll just bawl like a baby. Anyway,
I try not to watch them if I can. But
again, we're in the Tinkerbell conversation. I need
yeah.
to stop.
Okay. So we're good. We're still at an hour. So. I want to thank everyone for listening. You can find us on YouTube. Hopefully, most of these episodes will be going up on Stitcher or Libsyn soon. It's expensive, people.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
They're hosting sites, so I can put these online outside
cool.
of YouTube.
Cool.
And hopefully find an audience.
Hey,
You can find.
It's like, hey, listen to us, everybody. Come on.
Yes, that would be nice.
Come on.
If you like what you hear, you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at King Riptor. Mark is Analyst Duelist. Steve and Pat don't have Twitters right now. I'm trying to get them to create accounts so that we can at least talk to our fan. And you can find Debbie at. I always forget.
I'm only on Tumblr right now. I'm Scarlett Black 24. I guess I should join Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I guess I should get with it and just do it.
It's fun. You can follow movie stars, and sometimes
That
they'll
is
click a little heart, and it'll make your life, even though it's incredibly sad. Scott Ackerman liked one of my posts.
If we get more people to listen to us, I will then. It'll be,
Yeah.
I will make that promise here and now.
I'm working on it. Hopefully, once we get on iTunes and people can search us out specifically, we'll get up there. But in the meantime, thank you for listening to us on YouTube. Like and subscribe, and we will see you guys later.
Laters!